It's another Thursday night, our crypto night, and you're watching Crypto Trader on CNBC Africa, still the world's only televised cryptocurrency investment show. Before we start our show today, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price. Yes, the Bitcoin price is at an all-time high, the markets are at an all-time high, we've had another jam-packed week, and there's lots to talk about. So joining us from Tel Aviv to help make sense of us all is Marc Kenigsberg. Marc is the founder of a blog called Bitcoin Chaser. Marc, another record week on the markets, Bitcoin again at all-time highs. What's happening with the Bitcoin coin?
Yes, Duran, we saw an all-time high of over 4,600 this week, and that was really driven by two things. The first is an SEC announcement on Monday about potential crackdown on altcoin trading and ICOs, and then an announcement out of China that they plan on regulating as well. So that, as well as some money that was waiting to see what would happen with Bitcoin Cash price, that all flooded back into Bitcoin this week, driving up the price.
Talking about Bitcoin Cash, that coin's had quite a tough week. I saw it trading at close to $500 at one stage.
Yeah, it's come off the start of the week at about 660, and then we saw two difficulty adjustments down for mining. And on the second one on Monday, not all of the hash power came back, which meant that Bitcoin, with its price increase, was more profitable to mine than Bitcoin Cash. So as a result, there was downward pressure on the price, and we saw it go down to below 500s.
So it seems that this war between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash isn't going away anytime soon. But one of the coins that's really had a good run because of this is the Litecoin coin. I've seen that coin trading at all-time highs. What's driving that move?
So that as well, we saw all-time highs above $60, as high as 62, and that's really a function of two things. One is the general market uncertainty about altcoins. Litecoin is traditionally perceived as a very safe coin, so money came back into it, as well as there was very positive test results about some more developments that Litecoin's doing towards the Lightning Network that would benefit Bitcoin, so people were happy to put money back in.
Monero continuing its amazing run. It was listed on the Korean exchange 2 weeks ago and it hit an all-time high, but that run just keeps running.
I think we've got to look at Dash and Monero together this week. Both of them had all-time highs. Dash touched above 400, as high as 405, and Monero went up to about 150. Now, with uncertainty and announcements coming out from regulators, a lot of people see privacy coins as something that's going to be more and more used as people try and invest. So both of those coins benefited from the news. Monero got an extra push. As it went up in price, it crossed the $1 billion market cap, and that momentum pushed it higher, as high as 150.
Tell me about the Monaco coin. That Monaco coin's had a fantastic run, but it came down quite sharply in the last 2 days. What caused that dip?
We have to go back a couple of months to look at the ICO that Monaco launched. When Monaco launched, it did so without a lot of information beforehand, and it promised to deliver a Visa solution that could work with cryptocurrency. Now, the CEO of the company, Chris Marcelak, at the time when it was announced, there was a lot of talk about his previous company Insogo and how that had been shut down by the Australian Exchange Commission. So there was a lot of talk whether this was legit or a scam, and in the end, the ICO did very, very well. But this week they announced that their app is finally going to be ready, which will allow the ordering of Visa cards. And that pushed the price up really high. We saw as low as $10 this week. It started and went up to about 30. But then as people started getting excited about the news, this conversation resurfaced about the scam and the history of the CEO. And a lot of people just don't believe that there's going to be delivery. So I guess we'll have to see. It's meant to be tomorrow, and we'll find out if it's real.
The two competing blockchains, Ethereum and the Chinese version, Neo. Ethereum had an amazing run this week. Neo's come down a hell of a lot. What's driving the Neo price down?
That's also linked to the Chinese news. You know, Neo's been on a great run this year, by far one of the best performing coins over the year. And that really is the fact that it's meant to be a blockchain out of China. Something that could compete with Ethereum, launch ICOs, and has a lot of Chinese support. So when the regulators announced this week that they plan to crack down on ICOs, and they may even stop it completely in the short term, then that directly affects Neo's growth strategy. So people are concerned about the price. But the volume is high, so there's definitely still interest in the coin.
It's been another jam-packed show. We've been to all corners of the crypto world. We've been to Tel Aviv, to Silicon Valley, and to Norway. I can't wait for next week, Thursday night, our crypto night, when we carry on talking about the crypto markets. Until then, if you want to know anything about cryptocurrencies, you can get me on Twitter at CryptoManRun. Happy trading.